And we are live. Robot Mentality Podcast, episode 13, meaning it is week 13. And we're kind of at a loss right now. Nick, you just wanna get right into it, run them through what's going on.
Yeah. Hang on one sec. Good evening, Robot Mentality. Ben and I are not. What would you even say? We're just not feeling like talking Robot Mentality tonight. Everyone needs a little mental break every once in a while.
Yeah,
The news cycle hasn't changed. I feel like we've talked about lots of like serious, like productive things, and I'm just not feeling it this week. Neither has Ben. So we're just gonna do a. We had the idea of doing like a random topic generator, basically, where we'd each have 30 seconds to answer like what we think of it, like almost like speed dating, but not in a.
But we're not dating, It's just
Exactly,
it's like
and we already know each
kissing with
other.
nothing behind it.
It's like when you kiss the homies goodnight. If you don't do that,
yeah.
That's when you know something's up.
So Nick and I, we're out here for the fans, right, Nick? We got to keep the quality of content up, so we don't want to beat a dead horse with things we've talked about recently because, I mean, we're still pretty much at home and life is not fully back to normal. So, it's our perception of these things hasn't really changed or evolved at all in these past, 2 months? So,
Yeah, I don't feel like arguing over the coronavirus or the economy or stock market. So we're just
I don't want to
hopefully.
talk about anything else either, yeah. So
Nothing wrong with not always being a
little
robot.
lighthearted content, and you know what? Probably make it a little bit of a shorter one tonight, but should be somewhat entertaining. If you want to know a little bit more about us, just with these stupid, it's just random questions. We don't know what's coming, but hey, you can learn about your favorite Robot Mentality podcasters.
Nick and Ben. Yeah, we don't know
Ben
what
and
these
Nick.
are going to be. By the way, I'm doing the intro next week. It's Nick and Ben.
Nick and Ben. Okay. Ben and Nick.
It's like Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's. You mean Jerry and Ben's?
Anyway, so as you can see, left side of the screen, a timer. It's gonna beep every 30 seconds. I don't know how on we'll be with that, but the idea is when you hear the beep, shut up.
Yep.
It'll be
Straight
a challenge for Ben probably. And then
5 beeps in. I haven't got my first point out.
Yeah. Wait. And then on the right, you see the random question generator. In the black text, black background, white text. That's Guy Kawasaki's.
Guy Kawasaki's 10, 20, 30.
Oh, maybe. So yeah, we'll just give an example here. So hit next question, and then this would be the first topic.
All right. So if we're are we ready, Nick? Are we ready?
Did you click it?
Wait, I haven't clicked it yet. I don't want to start with this one. We've seen this one.
Right. Okay. I was saying give them an example.
Give them an example. Okay.
I'm in the stream right now, so I can see the screen, by the way. So click it once so we can see how delayed it is. Click it now.
Good? No?
It's about like 3 second delay. Not too bad. You can still get stream sniped. What would your perfect bar look like? That's good. That's a good example. I don't have a.
Okay. Yeah. So how about you can do we want to add where like you could take a pass on the question, or do you just have to talk? Well, I guess then you're waiting the 30 seconds. We'll just go hard at it. You gotta make conversation about whatever you get hit with. Spin it whatever way you want. All right, you want to start, Nick? You want to lead us off?
Hit start.
Okay, I'm gonna hit start, and then we hit this. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Start. Question. What are some things you've had to unlearn?
Had to unlearn? Bro, I feel like there's certain words I've said in the past that I don't say anymore. So like you'll still get like the urge to say words that you shouldn't say. So yeah, I feel like unlearning your vocabulary. And I'm not going to give examples of those words because I don't say them anymore. But that's it. So you're going to answer this question now in the 30 seconds?
Yeah. So
or should you just go new question?
I'll probably just do the same question here. Just for this one. After that, we can just do different every time. Right. Things I've had to unlearn. I don't know. This one could go to robot mentality, just bad habits. Trying to push myself out of different bad habits over the last year. So that's kind of a simple answer.
What was the worst habit?
I don't know. Even like diet or sleep schedule or anything like that. Like it could just be super simple. But I don't have time to get deep into it. Next.
All right.
Oh, that's a cute one.
What's the best thing about me? I have a Fortnite shirt on right now, so that's pretty cool. I think I'm productive to a fault, which I guess maybe not to a fault, but I I think I have a high motor, and I'm always trying to be working or doing something productive. I'd say that's pretty good thing about me. Next for Ben.
Will humanity ever be able to escape tribalism and the creation of in and out groups? Should it? No, it never will. It absolutely never will. Politically, there will always be in and out groups. Sadly, people, especially in the modern day, tend to want to identify with a group rather than as an individual. And we've discussed this. So you know what? We've gotten robot mentality questions thus far, but that's really, it might go down somewhat, and I think we're kind of in that cycle of it going down, but it will never, we'll always have tribal groups.
Nice, good answer. Hit me.
What memory of yours feels real but is likely false?
Ooh, that took me down
the
inner machinations. What part of your memory feels real but is most likely false? Maybe how good I was at sports. Like I feel like I was a god, probably because I grew up in a small town and I was a god on the teams that I was on. But like in reality, like I feel that I'm like, yeah, if things would have went different, I could be in the MLB. But like in reality, I'm sure that's completely false.
What do you want your epitaph to be? Is that what's on like what's said at your funeral?
Right. No, it's a eulogy. I don't know what an epitaph is. Let me go.
Well,
I was gonna make that joke. Okay, it's on a tombstone. It's on a tombstone.
A tombstone. Okay, yeah. It would be
Here lies
Rip sex god. How about that?
Here lies a sex god.
All right. What's one thing you did that you really wish you go back and undo?
Why am I getting such deep questions? I don't like
these
this.
These are hitting.
Tearing my UCL boxing. That was an unfortunate turn of events. So playing baseball, middle of the baseball season, freshman year, made the travel team, and then I was boxing with my friend. And really, the only way you can tear a UCL is from throwing a baseball, and somehow I did it boxing in the middle of baseball season, and that's why I'm not in the MLB.
Toilet paper over or under? Oh my gosh.
Oh, why did it give me that question?
Wet wipes first off. Been using them. Game changer. What do they mean by over? Like where you're reaching?
Is it like over under when they're like, oh, it's for sheets? How many sheets? Like you give me like I think it's like I say 3 sheets.
One wipe. If I'm using toilet paper, like 2, like you take 2 and fold it, right? So 2, I guess.
Okay, toilet paper overrated though, if that was the way it goes.
What's the funniest actual name you've heard of somebody having?
Okay, Phoebus. If this was the top gender neutral name of 2017 was Phoebus. So my old roommate, his name was Nick, and we decided we couldn't have 2 Nicks in the house, so he's not gender neutral, but we started calling him Phoebus. So that is very funny to me. Phoebus Polite, shout out.
If emotions are the product of biochemical reactions, then the future would be theoretically able to control them. If we could control emotions through technology, should we? Absolutely not. No, because the government would find a way to control it, and your thoughts would be completely controlled. So no. Or if we're that advanced, hackers would be able to get into people's minds and all this stuff. So big no from me, dog.
Very good point. Emotions are the only thing that keep us from like becoming.
What you would eat? Would you eat at a restaurant that was really dirty if the food was amazing? Go.
I have Steak and Shake, Manchester Road. Really any Steak and Shake. If there's someone working at a Steak and Shake and they're not a chain smoker or a crackhead, that's like not Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
They're disgusting. The floors are greasy. You really can't find a table that's ever clean, but the food is so good. And it's like a meal for $4 and you can get like Steak and Shake has really good food, but they're always disgusting. So absolutely, even though the concept sounds.
Do you care about fashion? What style of clothes do you usually wear? Don't care about fashion. I kind of just wear like color neutral clothes. Like a lot of tees or V-necks are pretty tight fitting, and I love comfortable joggers. Like not joggers. Some people intertwine joggers with sweats. I mean joggers that are like more form fitting, where like kind of like a yoga pants effect, but a lot looser, right? So, I mean that's me. I don't really care. Do I care about my appearance? Somewhat, yeah, but I don't. Okay, next. What was the last disaster you prevented?
Oh, man. Well, I think I present a disaster every day by using flushable wipes instead of toilet paper. If we circle back and be honest. Other than that, Last disaster you prevented? I don't know, man. Get regular oil changes. Your car isn't gonna blow up if you get oil changes. I do that. I just got my oil changed.
What did you do on your last vacation? Man, it's been a while since I've been. Well, no, I guess we went on a lake trip last year, my family. We just went to this lake in Missouri and stayed in a condo and rented a boat and all the whole to do. A lot of family drama on that trip, but yeah.
What's
So
a
last
vacation
vacation,
without?
not the fondest memories of last vacation. That one was a bit odd, but not gonna get into that. So yeah,
Come on.
last
You got
vacation.
5
Hopefully
seconds.
another one soon, but it got canceled this year. So what's the most annoying question that people ask you? Oh, that should be easy, Nick. Hit us with something.
Hmm. Hmm. One pops into my mind that I don't want to say that. When people ask me how much money I make, just because I think I'm like make a lot of money, and then I always tell them, and they're like, "Oh, that's not that much." I'm like, "Yeah, but I spend a lot less money, so it's like I'm making more."
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm not
If all
annoyed by it.
humans want the same basic things, why is there so much violence and strife between people? Because I keep getting these like
Yeah, you're
overarching
getting like
questions. I don't know if we. I mean, everybody wants like. I guess at a core level, you want like, food, a mate, shelter, maybe power. It's just people like to view in differences instead of what they have. So, I guess.
yeah, you are getting some really deep philosophical.
What place have you visited that exceeded your expectations?
Um, I would say like Western Colorado when I went elk hunting there. Just the first time, because I'd been out in the mountains when I was a kid, and I don't think you appreciate things when you're a kid because everything's just already so new to you. But when I went back out there in this last year, it was like a different world, and like I swear, it like changed my whole like mentality on things. Like not completely, but it was just very refreshing to be out there and like.
What are you really happy? Wait, what are you really happy about being terrible at? Running a podcast. How about that? And setting up the screen for this tonight. Um,
Yeah, we set this up for
yeah,
45 minutes.
yeah. I don't know. Like, I'll run with the podcast thing. I enjoy doing a podcast. I'm not too concerned about how professional it looks at the moment. We're just putting content out there. So, yeah, simple answer for that one. Next.
Good answer.
If everyone said what they were actually thinking, what would happen to society, Nick?
I think at first it would be a very big shock, but I think honesty is like dishonesty is the stem to a ton of like um pain and like just like bad things that happen in life stems from dishonesty. So if everyone said what they were thinking, it could be like disastrous at first because we have like ridiculous thoughts, but I think in the end it would just lead to more honesty.
What are some things everyone should try at least once? Some form of exercise daily would be one. You should try. I don't know. Try at least once. How about going to a concert or a music festival? For sure. You
Wet
should try
wipe.
yoga, specifically hot yoga. We'll go with wet wipes as well, and going to a baseball game on a nice, cool evening. How about that?
Yeah, so not in St. Louis.
What do you think about game shows? Do you have a favorite one, Nick?
Yeah, for whatever reason, I do like game shows. They're cool. I don't waste my time watching them, but Family Feud was a good one growing up. I remember me and my older sister, we would sit at my grandma's desktop computer when we were probably like 10, so probably good like 12 years ago, like 2006, 2008, and just download free trials of Family Feud and get to play for like 20 minutes. And I guarantee she had so many viruses on her computer from us playing Family Feud.
Damn.
But yeah, good times.
What's the silliest invention you've heard of? Oh man.
Gyro Bowl.
No, shut up. Gyroball's genius. That's a tough one because you see stuff all the time that's just so stupid. I can't even put my finger on something. I mean,
Have you ever seen It's
how
a
about
Shower Cap? Oh, go ahead. Go
no?
ahead.
I was gonna say only because I saw the Korean baseball team put these in the stands. How about sex dolls?
That is
That's a pretty lame
that,
one. All right.
that was funny.
What are some
Yeah.
things people have selflessly done to make your life better?
Hmm. I mean, gifts of money are always nice. That's pretty selfless. That's very like a self like that's a materialistic thing to say. What else? Dang, am I really that shallow? Is that all I'm going to be able to think of in 30 seconds? Sorry, Mom and Dad, if you're listening. Oh, God.
What are you addicted to? What am I addicted to now? Definitely yoga. Definitely yoga. Yeah, if I had to pick one thing that I mean, I jokingly say addicted, but I just want to do it every day. And if I don't, I just think about it. So definitely yoga. Hot yoga specifically. Nothing more to add to that. Maybe feet pics as well. I mean, Nick's addicted to that too, but yeah. What piece of technology is really frustrating to use?
I want to say well, this isn't necessarily a piece of technology, but any video chatting software other than Zoom. Since I've been at work, pretty much everyone uses Zoom because it's far and away the best. But there's a lot of other softwares that are complete trash, and I can't even figure out how to get my microphone to use. I can't even imagine someone over the age of 40 knowing how to work it. But yeah.
Do you usually achieve goals you set? Why or why not? If we're going from robot mentality type of mindset in the journey that I guess have been on in the past year, I guess yeah, because it was a sequence of small goals that we're kind of building up, whether it be I don't know, just different small things I don't have time to get into, but I would say typically, yeah, there's some big goals that I have not reached, but takes time. What do a lot of people have very strong opinions about, even though they know very little about it? Go, Nick.
Oh my gosh, so much. Well,
much.
Politics for sure. Even not even economic stuff, just I mean, religion, everyone kind of has what they believe, so you can't really say much about that. But in politics, people talking they know what a stimulus check does, and there's so many things, and I don't know how to add on to that in 30 seconds.
What song or artist do you like but rarely admit to liking?
Ooh, I like that question.
I like that question too. I'm very open about liking the Killers and a lot of other bands. What do I rarely admit to liking? Because I listen to some music by stuff that
Come on, admit it.
Necessarily think of. I don't like pop, but I liked a lot of Lorde's first album. It was very. It was wiser beyond her years. She was 16th time, pretty good. Okay, next. What's the best pet name you can come up with, or a specific type of pet? Oh, I could answer this so easy.
The best pet name? I feel like the classic pet name for a dog is Spot. For a bunny, I had a bunny named Mrs. Nesbit when I was a kid. You know what that's from?
It sounds familiar.
It's from Toy Story. I don't know. The little girl has she's dressing Buzz Lightyear up as a girl. She's like, "Would you like some tea, Mrs. Nesbit?"
I remember that. Yeah.
Why I named my rabbit that when I was 12, I don't know. But
what is the weirdest thing you've ever seen in somebody else's home? Oof. Well, I guess I could. How about the thing that I saw happen when I was really little? My neighbor and I were best friends, right? Until I moved out of that neighborhood. Hung out at his house constantly, right? Our parents were really good friends. When we were probably 4, he literally we were in his living room and he just stands up, pulls on his pants, and just pees on the fireplace. Because his mom beat him. What's the most pleasant sounding name for either a boy or a girl?
That's stupid. Give me a different one.
Okay, well, you gotta fill some. No, you gotta do it. No, we don't skip.
Sounding name. I don't know. How's the name Frederick sound for a boy? I don't know why they came to mind. And a girl, Frederick pleasant. And Lucy. Those are the pleasant.
Why are those pleasant?
I don't know. I just imagine old English. I don't know. Sounds like good boys and girls.
Which car is so ugly you're shocked it got made? The majority of modern Bentleys are butt ugly. I don't know how people pay literally $800,000, $1 million for Bentleys of all cars. I'm sorry, it's just they're terrible looking. The grill is nasty, and models from 5 years ago, the lights are these big sticking out bubbles, and they're just gross. I don't know how somebody would pay for those. What is something that can't be taught and can only be learned with age?
I think timing, because when you're young, you always want everything to happen right away. But then it's not until you look back and you see how timing and like waiting and being patient can like turn into way better things than you ever could have anticipated. Like just trying to make everything happen.
Yeah.
That's wisdom, I guess.
Instant gratification. Get away from it.
Get it out of here.
What kind of case do you have for your phone? Why'd you choose it? Okay, very, very simple one. Well, I did have some case off Amazon that was cheap, and I always look for something that has a screen cover as well built in, right? Because I don't like touching the glass. But this one, my dad actually had it, and I paid a good amount for it, but it's a super nice case. I won't be at my phone. It's a Pelican case. They make camera storage gear, and this thing is badass. So yeah, it's really nice. But there you go, phone case.
Plug it.
If you live to 100, would you rather keep the body or the mind of yourself at 30 until you were 100?
Ooh. Oh, I'd 100%. No, that's an easy answer. I would take the body and keep the mind, like what we just talked about, all the wisdom you'd have.
Yeah.
You imagine like
that'd be massive.
Just talking to anybody, people imagine the robot mentality women you could pull. The wisdom of a 100-year-old and like all the life experience, everything you learn, like the art of getting. Yeah, that's easy.
What do you regret not doing?
Oof.
This is a stupid one. I probably don't really have too much control over it. Well, I probably did if I really pushed for it, but I never did. I would have loved to have played the drums when I was like little and started that when I was little, but.
That's a good answer. I suck at drums. I don't have rhythm in me.
I do have rhythm in me.
As far as drums
go. I feel like I could have been a solid below average drummer. So. What's something weird that you recommend everyone trying at least once?
I would think, weird. What's something weird? Well, I think sushi is weird. Like I always told myself I didn't like sushi. I would never eat it. Like I refuse to eat. You haven't eaten it, have you?
Nope, hate seafood.
Yeah, exactly. So I told myself I hated it, and then I tried it like 2 weeks ago. I've had it like 4 times since. Like it's kind of gross. It's like coffee. It's gross, but you love it. I don't know how to explain it.
What do you think your future self will remember about you now? Guess it depends, future self 10 years, 20 years, time frame, but
40 years old. What do you think?
Trying to be a grinder. How about that?
Trying to be on Grindr?
No, no. Just like grinding, just like in general. I guess pre-corona, but just flipping grinding and having it like wanting to grind. Okay. If you could add one rule that everyone must follow when they use the internet, what would your rule be? This could go a lot of ways.
What about just like maybe one post? Everyone must post no more, no less, 1 time a week on social media.
That would be dope.
Because like then the people who never post that you'd be interested in, like you get to see something from them once a week and force them to actually have something, and then like all the annoying people wouldn't be annoying anymore.
Will technology be humanity's salvation, downfall, or neither? Why? What? All these technology questions with humanity. It will be both. Well, no, it will be salvation at first, but by the time we get so advanced, where you have flipping machines that can just kill people, I don't know. Once we're really far into biotech and transforming the human body and things like that, I think it will be our salvation at first, then our downfall. Honestly.
Good answer.
What dumb accomplishment are you most proud of?
I'm not proud of any of my accomplishments. Is that stupid?
No,
maybe I should think about this more. I like look at awards that I've gotten in the past. I'm like, that's stupid. Like
Well, no, it doesn't have to be a true award. It could be
accomplishment.
Something you would define as an accomplishment.
When I went like rock climbing out in Colorado, when I had never rock climbed before, and I was literally climbing a cliff straight up before, like, and I was terrified and like shaking. I'm proud of doing that.
What common misconception do you hate to hear repeated as fact? This could get really political really fast. Trying to avoid like very sensitive political topics.
Well, you only got 10 seconds.
Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, we'll do something political. Love or hate Trump, like just the constant like he's racist, he's racist, he's racist, and then nobody pulls quotes to say he's racist. So even if he is, like at least provide evidence. With no laws or rules to influence your behavior, how do you think you would behave? Well, the robot mentality guides you. You're one.
I think you have morality inside. Like, well, I think everyone kind of knows right and wrong within them. So I would think I would say the same. But if there wasn't consequences for stuff, I also feel like it'd be very easy to lose that and just go like, I think it'd be fun to be a drug dealer, stuff like that. Like I think it'd be cool to be on the other edge.
Okay. Where's the most uncomfortable place you've ever slept? Man, I don't even think I have a good answer for this because anywhere I've ever tried, like I don't go camping or anything like that. I mean, I'm at home in my bed, so I can't think of a good answer for this. I mean, maybe in the car a bunch of times I've like messed up my neck.
He only loves his bed and his mommy. He's sorry.
True. What's the craziest video you've ever seen?
Oh, I saw a video of someone dying the other day. What video was that? Oh no,
Somebody
it was
dying?
no, I didn't even realize there was a video of it of when JFK got shot in the head. Like, have you ever seen that video?
No, I know it exists though. He's literally
Yeah,
like there's that whenever you see news about it, he's in the car and they just don't show the death.
Yeah, I was just on Twitter a few months ago, and then all of a sudden, like, I just saw it. I was like, oh.
When was the last time you worked incredibly hard? It's probably been a minute. I don't know if you count maybe mentally. I was kind of working hard for like a day with you, Nick, recently, but
On our business.
yeah, I'd probably go with that. This doesn't, you know, mental work, physical work, two different things, but
Oh, I was thinking
critically.
mental work.
Yeah, I'd probably go with that. Yeah. Do business owners have the right to refuse service to customers? Oh, this is up my alley.
You want to take it? I'll give
No,
it to
you
you.
go, you go, you go.
I believe so, unless they're providing a basic human right. Like if you're selling like water, I don't think you should be able to not sell to someone because they're gay. But like if you really don't support gay marriage, I don't think you should have to take photos at their wedding because they tried to hire you.
Yeah. Interesting topic we'll have to delve into sometime.
Yeah,
what's the most useful skill you've ever learned? I'd say maybe not Taekwondo itself, but kind of the theory behind Taekwondo. From a young age, put me on a good trajectory for my life. And I'm very lucky that some of those things, kind of the pillars of Taekwondo, what's instilled in our students where I was from a young age, that really has put me on a good pace for life. I'm appreciative of that. What would the exact opposite of you be like, Nick?
Emotionally intelligent, in tune with his feelings.
Damn.
But like way less like logical, like someone who thinks like with how they feel. Because I feel like I'm like the polar opposite of that to a fault sometimes. But that, and then just like lazy, like basically almost like just controlled by instant feelings. So
Impulsive.
Yeah, impulsive and simpy.
What are the most common roadblocks that stop people from achieving their dreams? I think it's the idea that people think Rome, like, if somebody's trying to go through something personally that's going to be hard, they treat it like Rome's built in a day, and they might they literally will try something a few times or give some idea one day, and after that, they just deem it as too hard, right? It's just the lack of consistency and actually being able to look at the long run instead of what's going to happen this week or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
What would be the best thing you could reasonably expect to find in a cave?
The best thing?
Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, is that where it was going? I was thinking
No,
like if I was going in. I was thinking like if I was going into a cave to survive, like if I was a bum or like a caveman.
Something that you could like 9 of 10 times find in caves you walk into.
Maybe a mastodon bone that I could make a weapon out of.
Okay.
Something like that. Gold.
What small change greatly improves a person's appearance? No matter your skin tone, getting like sunlight every single day will greatly improve your appearance. I mean, I don't know, it just does. Your skin just looks more luscious. If you have acne, it helps with that. Like, I think that's the most simple answer I have for that.
Very straightforward, correct. Yeah. I would almost say that's the correct answer. Like if there was something small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No being pasty.
No orange.
Records, tapes, CDs, MP3s. Which did you grow up with? What is good and bad about each?
I remember using tapes when I was a kid, like in a big boombox thing, but mainly CDs. What is good and bad about each? records are just dope because they seem like historic and old.
Yeah.
Tapes suck because the tape can get pulled out and messed up. CDs suck because they can get scratched, but they're cool because it's like a limited amount. So it's like you really got to form your playlist. And MP3s are good.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn?
Fortnite shirt for me.
I don't know with this one. I'm not too sure. Ever worn?
Oh,
I can't recall anything. I mean, unless you count like a Halloween costume, but that would have been as a young kid, so I don't know.
You ever have like a church play you had to dress up in something stupid for? I've got like 3 on the
No.
top of my head. Pain.
No, I don't have an answer for that one. What's the worst movie trope?
I don't know what trope is.
I don't know what trope is either.
Give me a new one.
Okay, we'll skip. How do you find out that Santa isn't real? Oof.
I think I actually staked it out one night.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Nice.
okay, it actually wasn't verified. I think I just realized it was fake, but then like the first time I actually saw like someone doing Santa was when I was like 20, so like last Christmas, and it actually did still hurt a little bit to see that.
Has anyone ever saved your life? Me specifically, like physically saved me from getting in a car accident or drowning or something? No. I don't think I've ever had an experience like that. As a young kid, I'm trying to think. Like, no, I don't think anything has ever happened to me that would be considered saving my life.
For my 30 seconds, can I tell a story of someone saving my life?
Go ahead.
My brother, we were on a trip in the Dominican Republic. We were snorkeling, and I found this fish, and I was going to grab it and pick it up. And it looked like a rock. Like, it was cool. It was like a rock with fins. And I was about to grab it. I was like, hey, Easton, come check this out. I'm going to catch this fish. He's like, no, get out! He started like screaming at me. He's like, that's a stonefish. It's like the most venomous fish in the world. And if you touch it, you're dead in like 4 hours. So 100% Easton because he watched Discovery Channel.
Damn.
Saved the boy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. It's crazy.
What's the closest thing to magic that actually exists?
Love.
Yeah, I was gonna say something stupid like that. I don't know. For most, I guess I'd say love, maybe. Like, I don't know. If you actually want to do magic, like, I don't know, like maybe meditation. I don't know if that would go along the lines of magic, but yeah, I don't have a good answer for that one. What's the biggest overreaction you've ever seen, Nick?
Overreaction. Crap. I have like 3 stories I thought of that I can't say. I don't know, dude. What? Can you hear me still?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something. I don't know, man. I failed this one.
All right. Well,
everyone, yeah.
It's okay. I just failed one too. So, is there a meaning to life? If so, what is it? This kind of goes on your worldview. If I'm gonna go most simplistic answer I could think of that could include like any religion, it would probably be to try to be a good. Well, that's still a bad answer because that's defined by religion. I'd say try to be a good person overall. I mean, that's a terrible answer, but trying to like include everything in that answer is tough. What's something you've been meaning to try but just haven't gotten around to, Nick? Your trip, dog. Your Nick's World Tour. Country.
Oh,
driving.
the vagabond movement. I want to be a bum. I want to drive across the country, at least the country for like, well, just the western part of it for at least like 3 months and live out of my vehicle and sleep in the back of the CRV. Like, find people on Tinder that I can shower at their houses and then move on to the next place.
What's the craziest, most outrageous thing you want to achieve? Huh. I guess you say a lot of things in business, like maybe owning a big company that becomes a publicly traded corporation. I don't know. I guess more realistic is maybe owning like 2 or 3 small businesses. Would be like, by the time I'm 45, I hope I'm there. So, yeah, we'll go with that.
Nice.
How would your country change if everyone, regardless of age, could vote? Oh God. Oh God. We'd be living in a different place, man.
Yeah, well, I actually don't think it would change at all Because everyone would just vote what their parents voted. So the demographic
I guess.
the demographic of 22 to 50 would just be multiplied by however many kids there are.
Yeah.
Because like, when did you ever think anything politically different than your parents? Like,
yeah.
It was definitely after I was 18.
What in your life has the best, or who in your life has the best and worst luck? I don't think I know anybody with like really good luck. I don't. So, nothing like. I don't know. That's a tough one to answer. I honestly don't think I know anybody that'd say like, wow, that person's just like super lucky all the time. I don't even know who I'd say worst. Worst is probably me. I don't have good luck with anything.
Let's do this till
or wisdom
35.
more useful, Nick?
Alright,
we'll take it to 35. That's fine.
I think that's interesting because I think intelligence gets you more as far as like a materialistic or as like apparent to other people, but I think if you have wisdom, you can really help a lot of people and be more at peace with yourself.
True.
So if you can be smart or wise, I'd say wise.
What's your claim to fame? Don't really have one.
Hot yoga enthusiast.
Yeah. Just being a sexy beast. I mean, is that?
He does hot yoga in his underwear,
that, but yeah, I don't know. Claim to fame. I'm not the type of person to like really tout anything I do too commonly, so I kind of keep things on the down low. So I don't even know how to answer that. What's the most comfortable piece of clothing you own? Ninja undies, Nick. I know it is.
I'm actually wearing them right now. It's a brand called 511, and I don't like brands at all, but it's just like tactical. It's like an REI, but for like people who shoot like guns and like wear I don't know. It's really cool. I found this outlet, and it's just this really thin pair of shorts. But the problem is, like, if you sweat in it one time, this pair of shorts smells like gooch like forever. Like, you can wear like a normal pair of shorts and they're good, but like these, they stink right away. It's weird.
Okay, I already got this question. We gotta skip. What is the absolute best pet to have? Yikes. If we're going dogs or cats, I honestly think I'm more of a cat person. We've always had really weird cats though, so maybe that's why. Like just very unique cats. I don't know, just a dog or a cat, pretty general answer. When I'm out and I have my own place, I'm getting a Great Dane puppy and naming him Eugene. I'm dead ass about that. What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house, Nick? You could say your apartment or whatever.
Oh, I don't know that I should say this. I'll change some details.
Okay.
When I was an adult, I had a friend who had another friend over, and he slept on our couch and he just pissed everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Everywhere, like on our blankets
what details
and on my
got
couch.
Changed?
Not those. I just like time frame. I don't want to. Okay. But it was bad though.
What was some of the best days of your life? Oh, one of the best days of your life.
Those questions are so hard for me.
That question's really hard to answer.
Gotta have something.
Kind of a dumb answer. I'll say when I got my 4-3 black belt, it was really cool, and there was so much pressure and training for like 6 months prior to that. It was just weight of the world off my shoulders. What movie has everyone else seen but you haven't? Let's do one more each.
Oh, there's so many. Like Django. We were just talking about that the other day. I've never seen it. I'm not a big movie guy. I've never seen Titanic.
I haven't either.
Just like a lot of basic
Marvel stuff, do you?
Caddyshack. I don't watch superhero movies. No, I like if it's not like a. I'm not even gonna say that. I like very basic movies. Like I'm not a critic.
What's your and then it got worse story? I'm skipping that one. I don't want to end on that. What's the now you got that too? Okay, I'm gonna need an additional 30 seconds here. Right. I get to run until 36:30. What's the funniest thing you've seen a kid do? There's a lot that I know I could pull up if I had time to think about it from kids I've taught Taekwondo. I'm letting this one run, guys. I get extra time. I hate to say this because it was probably some sort of medical condition, but there was this kid right when I started teaching Taekwondo. I was probably I mean, I was literally like 11. I think his name was Walter. But literally, like, he constantly would sniff his hands. Like, he'd be doing something. Then he'd put his hands on his face and go, like, really loud. Like, literally every 20 seconds. And I feel, I wouldn't say it's funny, but it was just, like, such a weird thing, you know? Alright, and we'll go there.
Just to relate to that story.
Timer is off.
That's what people do. Like, have you ever seen like video? I think it was like this golf guy. Like, he kept like scratching himself, and then he like sniff his fingers, and like nobody, like, I don't think he thought there was cameras on him, but that's like a natural thing that people do. They like touch
no,
things and
I
then
mean it
smell their
was
hands.
no. I mean constantly. We'd be in there for an hour, and I legitimately every probably 30 seconds he'd put his hands to his face and snort as hard as he could.
Weird. Maybe
So it was definitely some sort of, like, he was a really nice kid too. He was a really down to earth kid. It was definitely some sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, but it was
like
something
a nervous
medically
tick?
going on. Yeah, maybe it's just a
Maybe
weird
I just
one.
had Tourette's, and
So I don't know if you could call it a funny thing that I've seen could do. It's maybe I'd say odd, but yeah, that's just what came to mind when I saw the question. So, all right, what'd you think, Nick? What'd you think of that?
That was good. If we could have like been unrated, or like if I didn't have as many filters on me, I think it could have been more fun. But I think we had some good answers. There were some like deep questions, and then that we had some pretty good answers too. I'm not a very like improv-y type person. I think because I just try to like make sure everything makes sense. So
yeah,
that was fun. That was refreshing. Though.
It was good. It was just a good vibey time. And you know what? You can learn a little more about your Robot Mentality podcast hosts, folks. So really, it really lets you know a lot about person, like what their first response is to something actually does kind of get to your core, right? When you're acting on this like emotion. So
like, you know so much about me now that you heard what I think the two prettiest names are.
Lucy and I don't remember the
I didn't say Victor.
Frederick and
yeah, I don't know. I just imagine that as like some like, I don't know, like Renaissance little brother and sister. I don't know.
Lucy and Frederick.
Pretty weird. I don't even know when those names originated. But anyway, yeah, that was fun. I just couldn't talk with Sirius, and I just wanted to chill. So it was a good time.
Do you have any React Andy content, or are we gonna leave it at that?
No, I don't. I think we just
no React Andy content.
Knock it down. I mean, you had a picture of Shrek on there the whole time.
That's true. That's true.
Epic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're gonna wrap this one a little short, probably the shortest we put out, ending at about 40. It will be about like 44 minutes when we're done. So, you know, every now and then we'll probably sprinkle something in like this, find something like this to do, or maybe just have a guest on that just talk about things in general, not really get to our core philosophies here at Robot Mentality. But it's just good to, everybody needs a change of pace. No matter how hard you're grinding, you need a change of pace here and there. Nick, final thoughts?
Absolutely, yeah. We needed that. We're coming out of quarantine. Hopefully we get some change of pace in real life soon.
Yeah.
But until then, this is Ben, my friend. You know, I'm not Ben, I'm Nick. But we're gonna sign off. You got anything to say, Ben, or should
Nothing to say. You can go ahead and take us out.
All right. Good night, robots.
Good night, robots. We'll see you next week.
Peace.